Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am opening up my August SipsBy box. This month I did something a little bit different. I told you guys last month that I was going to be kind of working out some different ways of doing this. I've actually tried every single one of these teas so that I can actually review them, and I am going to attempt to do a tea leaf reading, which I'm not quite accustomed to just yet, but I'm going to attempt to do a tea leaf reading at the end of this. And if I can't do it, then I'm just going to cut this part out. So SipsBy is a monthly tea subscription box. I have partnered with them, so they send me these delicious teas every month. Every single person gets different teas because you go on, you fill out, what kind of teas you generally like, and you can kind of change preferences, and then you rate what you got every month, and they kind of give you, different things based off of your continued change in preferences, and so on and so on. So it's a $15 box. If you want to get $5 off your first box, you can use the code Darian5 and click the link down below to get your very own box. Okay, so each and every month we get this magical little, cute little card that says our name on it, which I love so much. And then it describes all of the teas for us and such, right? So also every month we get this cute little SipsBy bag, which is so adorable. I mean, these are perfect for like mojo bags for my witchy friends that want to make mojo bags. I mean, they're just so perfect. Witches use these little bags all the time. So it's perfect to have these little things. You can also use these bags for like tea baths, right? So if you do like a bath in your tea, if you do like an herbal bath kind of thing, you can use these bags. But inside these bags, I guess you could also use these bags too for the same purpose. But these are these little SipsBy tea bags. I don't know what they're made of. But these are for the loose leaf teas that we get. I've been getting loose leaf tea at least like one or so every month because I did ask for it. So I guess you could say that you don't want any loose leaf teas and not get them. But I'm pretty sure you still get these. I don't know. Wouldn't that be weird if you got these and didn't get any whole leaf teas? All right, so let's get into it. The first tea, I might even go so far to say that this was my favorite tea, which really shocked me. So this is cookie tea, black tea, dark chocolate cookie, high caffeine. Okay, let me just read it here. Dark chocolate cookie, SipsBy cookie tea. That's the name brand. So all of their teas are cookie teas. That's interesting. So it says, this black tea blend is perfect for enjoying any time to satisfy your sweet tooth or after dinner as a dessert tea. Sip on its own or whip up a scrumptious latte with your favorite milk. And they give you 20% off. That's really cool. They usually do that. They give you a discount if you want to purchase these teas on your own. Usually you get, I think you get usually about like 4 cups each thing that you get. And you usually get like 4 types of tea. That's been what I've been getting, is 4 types of tea and approximately 4 cups each. So that's 16 cups. That's less than $1 a cup of tea for the price of the box. So that's definitely, reasonable for all these different kinds of teas. Okay, so my surprise with this tea, I was not excited when I got this tea. I was like, oh no. Oh, no. It smells, like dark chocolate. I mean, I love dark chocolate, but in a tea, I was like, I don't know about this. It smells like it's going to be too much like I'm eating a chocolate chip cookie in liquid form. And I just was not about that life. And I was like, if I want chocolate, I'm going to drink hot cocoa. Like, why would I even put myself through this? But I was actually delighted at this tea. It's just a hint of the dark chocolate cookie. It's just a hint of it. It still is like tea. So I guess it's almost like drinking regular black tea with the chocolate chip cookie in it, right? And so that kind of reminds me of growing up. The reason I love tea so much is because growing up, I would go to my Italian family. I'm half Italian. I would go to my Italian family and we would have our whatever holiday feast that we had. And for dessert, we always had tea and dessert. And we would have mostly Italian cookies, but of course I picked that up and would, you know, go home and dip my every cookie in my tea. So I've drank tea since I was very, very young and have always loved tea because of what tea always sort of represents. Tea is such a beautiful ritual in all forms. So it's not actually the tea you're drinking, right? It's the same reason I love going to coffee shops. Like I don't even drink coffee, but I love the atmosphere, the environment. It really is sort of like a ritualistic thing. So I guess you could say it kind of is like drinking tea and dipping chocolate chip cookies in it. Still good, right? And you could put a little milk in it. So I really think that this is my favorite one. And this is a loose leaf tea, so I'm probably going to do the tea leaf reading with this, which should be quite interesting. We'll see how it goes. The next thing is this, and we've gotten this sort of brand before. It's this Tea Chino. This is an herbal coffee alternative. So I guess this is for the coffee drinkers that want to switch to a tea. So this is, I guess it's this Ramon stuff. It is a coffee alternative. So it is not actually coffee, but it's supposed to taste like coffee. Was it last month or the month before? I think it was the month before that we got this same kind of company, but it was like the dandelion root roast with this same Ramon stuff. And I didn't like it. I don't even know if I tried it, to be honest. I think I was just like, nope, I don't even want to try it. And I gave it to my mother and she loves it and wants me to get her more of it. So this is another one that will probably go to my mother, if I'm being really honest. So I'm going to have to go on there and let them know that I just don't like coffee. So I have no reason to pretend to be drinking coffee. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so let's read. French roast SipsBy Tea Chino. I think that's how you pronounce that. Before the Spaniards brought coffee trees across the Atlantic, the Maya drank a nutrient-rich brewed beverage of roasted Ramon seeds. It was the New World's first coffee alternative. That's really cute. I like that. I tried it and I'm just not a fan. I mean, I think that if I liked coffee, I would be a fan. I don't like coffee. Nope. Don't like coffee. No, I don't. And I'm not going to pretend to like coffee. Maybe maybe I have negative memories when it comes to coffee. Like I have positive memories when it comes to tea. And like, I'm not a coffee. Coffee, like, do you know what coffee reminds me of? This is exactly what it is. This is why I don't like drinking coffee. It's so mental. It's so totally like, it's deep in my psyche as to why I don't like coffee. Because in my mind, coffee drinkers are the ones that are like work all the time. They're stressed out all the time and they have to drink coffee just to keep them going. And tea is like what you do when you relax, you chill out, you meet with friends, you commune with your loved ones, right? Like maybe you journal, you read a good book. Like there's so many good things you do when you drink tea. And coffee, like coffee drinkers are stressed out and on the grind, you know? And I'm like, I don't want to be on the grind. It's just not, I'm not about that life. So that's why I think I don't like coffee. So there you go. Okay, so the next one is this British breakfast. It just says British breakfast. The Republic of Tea, the perfect cuppa, round black tea bag. It is a round black tea bag, which is cute. This just tastes like British breakfast. I mean, it just tastes like regular tea. I wasn't extremely impressed. There was, what was the British, I don't know, maybe like 2 months ago, we got, what is it? Was it a British breakfast tea or an English breakfast tea? Is there a difference between those two? I don't really know, but it was like amazing. And I was like, oh my God, this is the best breakfast tea I've ever had in my freaking life. And this is just kind of, I wasn't extremely impressed with it. I gotta be honest, this wasn't my fave of all box. I think last month was definitely my fave of all box. I loved the majority of the teas, if not all of the teas that I got. And I have consecutively loved all of the teas. This month, I think I don't know. I just wasn't extremely excited about all of them. I mean, I love tea in general, but okay. British breakfast black tea, SipsBy the Republic of Tea. High caffeine, a robust blend of quality black leaves, hearty enough to make any Brit smile. A savory mixture of India, Sri Lanka, and Kenya leaves is great with a splash of milk. Yes, that's my British accent. Yeah, cute. Did I drink it with milk? I'm pretty sure I did. And I drink it with almond milk, so maybe that's what makes it like, it should be regular milk. I don't really know. But still good. It's still good. I'm still gonna drink it. I feel like I've just been spoiled by SipsBy with the amazing teas that I've received, and that's all. Okay, so the next one is this Davidson's Organics. This is a Rooibos spiced chai. Rooibos spiced chai by Davidson's Organic Teas. Caffeine free, this chai blend combines seasonal spices with a naturally sweet, healthful base of organic South African rooibos. Serve by itself or latte style with milk and sweetener. This one, again, this was good. I mean, it definitely is good, but I've been so spoiled with such delicious chai teas. What was the one? I think I got it 2 months ago. That was the best chai tea I've ever had in my life. In my whole entire life. And so I will definitely be buying more of that tea when I go back and I figure out which tea it was. So yes, this was very good tea. I've just been spoiled. So it's not the absolute best tea that I had, but the cookie tea is definitely really good. I'm not gonna lie. Really, really yummy. I was very surprised. And I am going to go right now and brew myself a cup of tea, and I'm going to attempt to do a tea leaf reading for you all. And I'll do a monthly reading. I mean, we're midway through the month of August, so maybe I'll do the rest of the month of August. If I had done this earlier, I would be able to do the whole month, but I can do the rest of the month, or who knows? We'll see. All right, let's go drink some tea.
The snow falls, I call on you. You can whisper softly, I still hear you. Black sky, moonlight.
Okay, so bear with me here. As I said, this is the first time I'm doing this on camera and maybe like the 5th time I'm doing this. So as you guys know, I do read tarot and I am clairvoyant and an empath, but learning this new way of divination is a little bit strange for me. So just bear with me. So the first thing that I see, and like I said, this is going to be for the rest of the month of August. This could even be August as a whole, or sort of the effects and causation that could occur in August. Okay, so the very first thing I see is a bunny. And I know just from my own knowledge of animals and symbolism that a bunny really has a lot to do with procreating. right? Abundance. There's a lot of abundance. Now, you do have to be careful because you could be creating a lot of not so desirable things, but it's really like bunnies are multipliers, right? So anything that you do is going to multiply. We know just from the energy of this month in August, this Leo month, the energy is amazing for abundance, for manifesting. And so this really just solidifies that. But it is right smack dab in the center of the bottom of the cup. So that tells me that this is the overall theme. I'm also, just from some of the other readings that I've been doing and some of the energy that I've just been picking up recently, in general, is this energy of motherhood and being the creator of your greatest desires. And you know, I just shot a video. This is why everything aesthetically looks the same. I just shot the video on the law of cause and effect. And it's like, what's the energy of what's going to be happening here is just this multiplication energy. So think of it as the general magic and manifestational work that you do usually is going to be amplified by 2. But it's going to be compounded. So what that means is 1 is going to turn into 2. Each of those is going to turn into 2 more. So that's like 2 and 4 and 4 and 4, and it's going to continue to multiply. So just know that everything that you ask for this month is going to set off a chain reaction. Now, I've heard that when there is still a little liquid in the cup, that means that there will be tears shed. But I'm seeing more happy tears. I'm seeing tears of like, you know, bunnies make you happy. And this is right beneath the bunny. So I'm seeing like tears of joy, tears of gladness, right? So the majority of the leaves are all on the left-hand side of the cup here, which represents, I'm saying right now that it represents more of the past energy. And there's a couple of things that I'm seeing in this as I turn the cup, right? So I saw a swan. I don't know where the swan just went, but I saw a swan. And I also saw a graduation cap. I see a lot of like witch's broom and something that looks like smudge stick and smoke coming out of it, right? So what I'm seeing is, you know, when you turn into the swan, right? It's this beautiful graduation. It's this, there's transformation happening, like not necessarily like the phoenix rising from the ashes, but that you're growing up, you're growing out. I also sort of see a peacock that hasn't quite spread its feathers out yet, but you are a peacock, right? It's like you've grown into this really beautiful thing. And that's the energy that's coming from whatever cultivated from your past, right? But there's going to be, and this again is something that I was picking up in my reading last week on Facebook, is there's definitely going to be cleansing that's necessary, right? With the witch's broom, that's what we use to cleanse. I've got one in the background right here. Here she is. If you don't have one, this is a big giant one that I just happened to find somewhere. You don't have to use a big giant one, but definitely cleansing, clearing, getting some of the old stuff out of the way. I also feel like, because I'm seeing like a cushion, I feel like there's this comfort energy in our past that actually isn't, it's this comforting, it's like I guess it's like a supportive energy. It's a comforting, cushioning energy that's allowing you to blossom into the swan, that's allowing you to graduate into this. So maybe it's a comfort that you're giving yourself. Maybe it's you looking into your past and finding some comfort there, and not in a bad way, not like maybe it's more seeing the things in your life right now that are generated from your past. Things that exist right now that bring you comfort, but not ego comfort, soul comfort. Because it actually feels good to me. It's not like stay in your comfort box, which is what we were talking about in my reading last week on Facebook. It's more like this bunny energy. Like, it's joy and it's comfort, and it's comfort in a good way, like true comfort. Ego comfort is not real comfort. That's fear. That's just flat out fear. But, imagine if you were to, I don't know, go to some exotic island and lay in a hammock. That means you're stepping out of your sort of comfort zone, but you're in a space of comfort outside of your comfort zone, like comfort in that, right? So there are good comforts, right? So because I'm seeing this bunny, like that's just comfy, right? Like there's just a lot of comfy energy there. And I really feel that it's that comfort and that focus on the really loving, beautiful things that is going to help that multiplication, that's not a word, multiplication of your abundance and manifestation. I was trying to put multiplication and manifestation in one word and it came out weird. And so what I'm seeing on the other side of the cup, there's not much over here. So what that tells me is like, it's really, I feel like whatever work that you're going to be doing is really clearing the way, that there's probably going to be some newness going on here. So this one is definitely a frog. With the frog, the symbolism of that, to my own knowledge, is we really want to try to stay focused, right? So as I said, with seeing the bunny, I know I'm just like talking about symbols left and right. Just bear with me. But there is, whatever you focus on is going to multiply. So if you're focusing your energy in all sorts of different places, it's not going to work. Definitely want to focus on the comforts and the joys, the blisses, the nurturing things, the things that make you feel nurtured. Oh, that's the word. It's not comfort, it's nurture, right? So there definitely is going to be, because I see some fairy energy here. So if fairies is something that that feels whimsical and nurturing and comfy, and all of these sort of animals that I'm seeing are kind of connected with that. So any kind of magical work that you might do, if you guys are witches and watching this, any kind of magical work that you might do, you might want to include the fairies in your work. You might want to include the fairies to kind of help bring a whimsical kind of energy. I'm just really feeling a very whimsical energy. And I'm not saying that August is going to bring you a whimsical energy. I'm saying that you need to bring a whimsical energy to August, okay? Because that is going to help your manifestational work. I'm also seeing a group effort here, right? So also the little tiny bat that I saw also means that it might be time to kind of step out of solidarity and start to work together in a group. Now, you're going to want to bring a whimsy to that, right? Think about playing with friends. Think about the energy of the kind of people that you want to keep around you. And you want those to be playful people for the remainder of August. You'll want those, and when I say playful, don't confuse that with people that aren't serious about what matters to them and don't have drive and don't have focus. That's not what I mean. And being playful has nothing to do with not being responsible or anything like that. It's nothing like that. But it is a light-hearted, joyful energy that helps bring an ease and flow for each of your manifestations to unfold as they are meant to. And because you've got this major multiplication of manifestations going to unfold. It really is. It's like, it's not a domino effect. I just feel like it's like bunnies. Like it's like one comes out and then the other one comes out and then 2 more come out and then 4 more come out. And, you know, and you're going to be building partnerships and really group projects and, you know, whatever that means for you, whatever setting that is. That's also something that I picked up in my tarot reading this past week for just this week. But definitely a joyful, blissful energy, definitely getting into this whimsicalness and your own personal whimsical nature. You know, go out in nature, connect with the fairies and the fae out in a pretty little forest if you have one near you. You know, whatever you need to do to connect with fairies or that kind of lighthearted, magical, whimsical energy. And use that to focus gently. Don't hard focus, but just a gentle focus on how blissful things could be. It's almost like, you know, when you're writing out the story of your life, make it a beautiful, you know, author a fairy tale. Author a really beautiful, whimsical, magical, lighthearted, enlightening path for yourself. Because you are the author of your own life, right? And so this is the perfect time to bring that energy into August, because August can be, with what's going on in the energy right now, it can be, there's a lot of fire, right? So we can bring a lot of intensity into it. And this is just our reminder to lighten it up, right? It doesn't have to be a flame, a bonfire or a big, huge flame, or it doesn't have to be an entire fireplace lit up. It could be tea lights lit on branches of a tree or tea lights that light a pathway to something magical, right? You're using the same amount of fire, but when you sprinkle it about, it creates a beautiful story, right? So there's your tea leaf reading. By the way, this beautiful teacup set that I'm using is my great-grandmother's. So this is a very magical little tea set to be doing my tea readings with. So just thought I'd share. With practice, I'll get a little bit better at that and knowing the symbols, and I probably should look up all the symbols for tea leaves and all of that kind of stuff. Of course, I know a lot of symbols already myself, just from doing this kind of work for so long, but this will be fun to learn more about. But that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching my SipsBy Box unboxing and review. If you want to get your very own box, be sure to click the link in the description and use the code Darian5 to get $5 off your very first box. All right, I will see you guys next month. I will try to do it a little bit earlier next month so that the tea leaf reading is for the full month. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye.